vibrational human beings. So giving positive energy to everybody right now, you know? Real for real. Hey, enjoy the rest of your day, brother. Peace, power, abundance your way, God. Yeah, it's such a crazy time right now. I can't believe tomorrow I'm about to be, well, we timeless, y'all. Y'all know we timeless, but on a 3D Gregorian calendar way of thinking, I'm really about to be 34. And that shit is just crazy. Like, I can't even believe that shit. Like, I mean, I can believe it, but, I didn't think I was going to see 16, y'all. I didn't think I was going to see 16. I didn't think I was going to see 18, 21, 25. Like, for me to be 34 tomorrow, like, it's unbelievable. But more than anything, it's like a birthday present for me to get back in my son's life and find out that I'm his dad. You know what I mean? I'm gonna call the DNA place tomorrow, and they should have the results. Especially if she did it like, you know what I mean, like 5 days ago or something. I should have the results, and that's gonna be like a birthday present for me with how long I've been fighting for him all of these years. You know what I'm saying? For real. Yeah, man. It's beautiful. It's like I feel like I'm like in a ghost town. I've been fighting for my son all these years, and I'm about to finally find out and be able to get back in his life amongst everything, all the shit that came my way, and all the shit that destroyed me within like the process of all of this. And like I'm out of words, y'all. I don't really know what to think about it, but I'm just grateful that, you know what I mean, everyone's seeing everything for what it is. Hey, excuse me. I'm not the type of person that think anybody owe me anything. But it is hard as an organic being. You get what I'm saying out here. But the way inflation is, and I feel everybody's seeing the way the system is set up, this shit ain't for anybody. You know what I'm saying? If jobs don't even match regular living costs in general, and it's still going up, you know what I mean? It's real questions that you got to ask yourself eventually. Like, at what point is it a no go, where it's like people are like, all right, this is it. You know what I mean? It's like no limit. It's like it'll keep gripping as much as possible. And I feel like a lot of people are starting to see that now, y'all. You know what I mean? It's not about like a lot of the stuff that we thought this system was built on. You know what I mean? Like, it's really, you know, a lot of basically what I'm trying to say is like I be telling y'all a lot of problems aren't real problems. You know what I mean? But because how this shit is set up, and everybody, as far as the masses, us not paying attention to a lot of these things, they became problems. But with us bringing attention to it and addressing it and not having cognitive dissonance, we're facing that now. A lot of people are at this level of it, and that's just beautiful to see everybody talk about a lot of the stuff that I've been talking about for like the longest time. Shout out to the 29 people that just came in here. You feel me? Peace, power, abundance, all y'all way. Gratitude. My name RoBs Inferno. I study genetics. I stand for children. You get what I'm saying? Check my music out. I'm on Spotify, Apple, iTunes, all major platforms. You get what I'm saying? Throughout my whole process of me speaking on the things that I speak about, I've been strong and for my value for y'all. You feel me? Shout out Flynn Burner, and what it is, man. Peace, power, abundance. Peace, power, abundance. How y'all feeling today? Y'all, tomorrow my birthday, y'all. I'm about to be 34 and shit. This shit is crazy. Like, it's crazy because I didn't think I was gonna make it to this birthday. I'm not even gonna front with y'all. I didn't think I was gonna make it. Cause like even just from like early January, I said I got a month to my birthday, right? And I said, damn. Ironically, around my birthday, I'm finding out if I'm the father of this child. Something that I've been trying to do since 2020, since I got set up. Ironically, that's right now, right? Everything is about to be known for what it is, good or bad. And y'all don't know what it means for me that I've been so strong in the process of this. Y'all have no idea. I got the most craziest stories to tell y'all. Like, I've been through so much. Even me working right now, like I'm trying to get like possibly like $10, like, you know what I mean, for tomorrow. I'm trying to like go out, get something to eat, trying to do something nice, even if my money not right, but even if it's just me going to like a certain area and walking around and just, you know what I mean, getting my energy right in a place that I've never been. I feel like I deserve that, you know, like for real, especially everything. I appreciate that, man. Peace, power, abundance your way. Hey, excuse me, ma'am. Tomorrow's my birthday, and I'm gonna be honest. Like, I turned 34. I've been fighting for my son the past 5 years. I've been alienated from him, and I'm basically just trying to get a few dollars, like to go out and explore, like, or do something. I don't even know what I want to do. I'm gonna be honest with you, but uh, definitely understand. Enjoy the rest of your day. You and your child. You and your star seed. Peace, power, abundance your way, man. Happy birthday, you. Hey, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Hey, Brook Crew, what it is, y'all. I appreciate that. Yeah, y'all. I feel like I've been so strong. I've been so strong. I don't even know what strong is. That's how strong I've been. You know what I'm saying? In situations like if you come to the areas that I've been in, it's a lot of the same people that see me. They'll tell you themselves like shit that they seen of me. Like, I've been so strong, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like this has been holding me back with my music as far as me to, you know, I wasn't able to focus. Hey, excuse me, sir. Hey, excuse me, bro. Hello. I would put the camera on people, but I don't want to be ignorant though, y'all. You know? And the only reason why I almost put the camera on him, because I said to myself, you don't got to be ignorant. You know what I mean? Whether you can help a person or not. But I'm in a slave state. I'm in a first slave state. So that's expected. You know what I mean? With the type of money out here, the arrogancy, you know what I'm saying? Most people out here, they feel like if they're not making no money with you specifically, or they're not they don't got no business with you, they're like, why are you even talking to me? Like, a lot of people are stuck up. Why you put $500? I wish I had $500 right now. That would be nice. But I'm just grateful I'm alive, y'all. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I almost didn't make it to this birthday. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't explain. Put it like this: over the short period, over the period of time of these years, the 4 years, the first 3.5, I didn't have an address, so they wouldn't let me file for the paperwork. But basically, I'm telling y'all no lies. This month to where I'm at now, right? This month alone has been harder for me than the whole other like 4.5 years of just being alienated from my child with everything that's happened. I don't know what it was about this month, y'all, but I just was feeling like I wasn't even gonna make it. You feel me? I was feeling like that, like I wasn't even gonna make it. Like, I think it's because just the antsiness of me knowing that she wasn't trying to take the DNA test and trying to make me reactive and not take it when she know it was already mandatory, that she was going to wait to the last moment to take it. That made everything so painful and hard for me. I knew she was doing it on purpose. It really hurt, you know? But it's like, I'm a type of person where it's like, I give positive energy out to people regardless. Like, I'm not, like, I read a lot of people, right? So, like, stuff that people be on, even if they don't want to admit it. You know, I'm not the type of person to call somebody out. You know, I'm going to just let the universe deal with them however they deal with them. But I'm going to still be a good person. I'm still going, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to stop being a good person because somebody views me in a certain manner, or even a situation like this that I've been dealing with the past 5 years. Y'all see, like, I'm legendary in this shit. The way I handled this situation, everything about it said crash out, and I didn't do none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I stayed professional with it. I dealt with the law with it to get to where I'm at right now. I'm going to be real with you. I feel like one thing that you get used to as a black person is like, I'm telling y'all, when I deal with people that like ignore me and stuff, me knowing who I am now, I don't take offense to it. I feel sorry that anybody would view such beautiful people in a way, especially where we're at right now, if what's taking place on the planet and the information that's coming out, that you can't even reciprocate positive energy. You know what I mean? I really have empathy and compassion for everybody because I know what's happening, you know, but I don't carry the same energy that people give me though. You know what I mean? I still be a good person. I stay the same person regardless. You know, that's one thing that I'm gonna tell my son that he's gonna really know, for real. Hey, excuse me, sir. It's embarrassing me asking you, man. Tomorrow's my birthday, bro, and I'm basically I don't got a crazy story. I work at Applebee's. I'm getting out of homelessness, and tomorrow's my birthday. I can show you my license. I'm Aquarius, and I'm basically, I don't even know what I want to do tomorrow, but I'm trying to, like, for starters, I'm like trying to get like a few dollars for just something to eat, maybe like at a nice restaurant or something. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I don't even know what I want to do. I've been just focusing on my son this whole time around and trying to get out my situation. You know, for real. I think that, like, if I could be with my son, but I know my court date with my son is until the 5th. So it would be like a birthday present. I mean, it is gonna be a birthday present that I find out. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure I'm his dad though. Like, I'm like 85, like 90% I'm his dad. But I'm just happy that it's on paper. So it's like, you know, for any reason, I don't have to deal with no bitter stuff, and I can just get back to being a father. You know, that's basically what I'm happy about. I appreciate whatever you can spare, man. Peace, power, abundance to you and your family. Gratitude your way. You know, that's what I'm basically focused on, just getting back to him. I don't know what that's gonna look like though. You know, I don't know how much men been around him. I don't know what's been told to him about me. You know, so I'm at the end of the day, like, when I get to him, somebody else was kind of talking to me about this, because I was kind of asking people, like, I don't know what that's gonna look like. Have you dealt with this? But everyone's telling me the same thing, like, just worry about him. You know what I'm saying? Just worry about him, find out what he's about. That's like I'm starting all over again from all the destruction that was caused within the process of this. You know what I'm saying? But I still got to get back in his life regardless, though. Huh? Oh, no, I appreciate it, bro. Thank you. Peace, power, abundance your way, man. And I don't know if you listen to music or anything like that, bro, but I'm like a conscious, like, I'm like a J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, bro. My last name is Robinson. Robinson, like Robinson. So my name is RoBs Inferno. If you, I say it because I can tell that you, if you listen to hip hop, I can tell that you don't just listen to hip hop like Sex, Money, and Drugs. Like, you can I can tell you can appreciate real life substance. I can usually tell by looking at people like that. If you like that type of music, like, you'll rock with me, man. It's some good stuff in there, even for, like, if you have a female and stuff too. All right, enjoy the rest of your day, bro. Yeah, I'm trying to see. Y'all, give me a restaurant. Give me a restaurant that's like, I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I'm in my situation, so I want y'all to be honest with me. I don't know who's watching my stuff. You know, I just rock with y'all for rocking with me. But what's like a restaurant that for my birthday that I can just go and just talk with my mom and just build with my mom? Because my mom, I'm gonna be straightforward with y'all. Like, I'm about to lose my grandma and shit, right? So, like, she's been having strokes and stuff. She's been at Mount Sinai Hospital. My mom's from New York. My mom's from Harlem, right? So it's just so much that's happening that I don't be talking to y'all about, because it'd be like I just be wanting to talk about the issues, like children. You know what I'm saying? Like the real issues. Y'all know what I basically be talking about. But at the same time, I wanna like, I was thinking about that shit last night, and I was like, damn, like, I'm about to lose my grandma. But I'm like, that's my mom's mom. You know what I'm saying? That's my mom's mom, you know? So I can't even, I'm just trying to be here for her just as best as possible. I don't even know what that looked like. I feel like just because of the trauma that I've been dealing with, alienated from my child, I probably would have already been looked at it like that, but I didn't look at it like that until last night. So, and it just changed my whole perspective on the whole thing, because I'm just like, when I thought it from that standpoint, it made sense to, like, how my mom has been dealing with me lately, even with seeing, like, my success, the stuff that I need to be doing to get all the way out of my situation that she's fond of. But, like, for example, what I'm saying is this, like, I was looking at it, recent stuff, accomplishments that I had. I recently was looking at it like she wasn't happy for my accomplishments, right? Now, remember what I just told y'all with that. It's like she about to lose her mom. You know what I'm saying? And this is something that, like, I'm thinking about now because I'm a dad, right? I'm like, shit. She about to lose her mom, and then she got all these children. She got these sons, and we're grown or whatever. But that's our grandma. So she's trying to keep herself strong for that my grandma's about to pass. That's her mom. And then she's trying to be strong for how she don't know how that's going to affect us. You get what I'm saying? At the same time, you know? And I'm thinking about that shit, like, you know, I just broke down. I started crying, y'all, because I'm like, damn, like, you know? But this is what trauma does, though, because at the end of the day, like, it wasn't disrespectfully, right? But nothing really comes in between, like, the family that you create. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking about, like, you know, I got all this going on with my child. You know what I mean? I got homeless out of it, but scratch the homelessness. You can get out of that quick, you know. But the mental health, you know, even when I get back with my son, I got to think about the times that I missed with him. I know it's gonna cross my mind. I don't know how it's gonna affect me. You know, like for real. Between like as I get back in his life, I'm even gonna get counseling for real. I'm not lying. I'm not lying, y'all. I'm gonna get counseling because it's like at the end of the day, I'm so past like looking at the situation like somebody won or anything like that. I'm just trying to be the best dad I can be for my child. And I know the abuse off of like the cheating that's been done to me, like all this stuff, like that shit fucked me up. You know, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. So with that shit, like not even just the cheating, the disrespect, like it's just so much angles of it. I don't really want to talk about all of it right now, but I'm saying this to say, um, I'm just trying to spend a little bit of time with my mom. You know, it's my birthday, but I'm trying to spend some time with her to like what would she want also. You know, I'm kind of looking at this like it's her birthday too, because she's been separated from her grandchild. You know, we've all been separated from him, so it's like just as long as I've been separated from my son, she's been separated from grandchild. You know, so like it's just so much angles of the damage that's been done that I don't know what that's gonna look like going forward. You hear what I'm saying? I really don't know, y'all. But I do know this though. I know that I can't fold. And not only can I, this might sound crazy, but this is real still. Not only can I not fold, if I was to fold in any shape, way, or form right now, it would look goofy. It would look goofy. Even if obviously it wouldn't be on purpose, but it still would be goofy because I survived 5 years of this shit. Like for real, to be technical with y'all, like December, right? We just passed like December, right? So we're actually it's been 6 years. Damn, it's actually been even 6 years. It's been 6 years because December 7th, 2020. And we're in February now. So it's been 6 years and like, you get what I'm saying? Shit's crazy, y'all. Like, there's no words for it, honestly. But it's like, you know. Excuse me? Hello? Hello? See, people just ignore black people. This is why the sun is doing what it's doing to them now, though. They have no respect. It's not about the financial, all that's like 3D stuff. That's white man stuff, right? And shout out to my human beings. I'm not racist or anything, but I'm just saying. People don't realize that when you ignore a black person, African American so-called say, the karma that you're bringing to yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she just ignored the shit out of me, you know? And it's just crazy, y'all. It's crazy. Excuse me, sir? By any chance, would you be able to spare like $2 at all, like for the bus or anything? It's okay. Thank you for answering me, man. Enjoy the rest of your day also. You know, like even he answered me, you know? But the woman, she didn't even answer. That's why I be telling y'all, like, you know, it'd be dangerous a lot with a lot of these women and stuff. You know? It'd be crazy. But I really wish her well. I say this from the bottom of my heart because I have empathy and compassion. I hope that my ancestors don't do nothing to her. I hope she make it safe tonight in her car because she doesn't realize the disrespect that she's throwing my way and my stance and really how much I'm for children and knowing everything that's supposed to happen on the planet and stuff like that. You know? Hey, excuse me, bro? She don't know. But I hope that my ancestors don't do anything bad to her. Like seriously, y'all. Because I wouldn't, like, it's been a lot of bad stuff that's happened to people, not because they didn't help me, but the disrespect, like going out their way and like nobody owes anybody anything, right? But people don't, but this is stuff that people, how the system's been set up and how it's been protected, people don't think about these things, right? There's no reason why you should ignore somebody. But if you talk to people that's going through a financial struggle or homelessness, that's the number one thing that people do to those type of people, like how they look down on them. And they don't care how it makes them feel. They'll just ignore them, act like they don't exist, right? All of that type of stuff. And that's part of the reason why everything of this that's happening right now. I'm going to be real with y'all, you know? That's one thing that my dad always taught me. He said, son, he said, I don't give a fuck what the situation is. He's like, you don't disrespect people. And what I mean by disrespecting people, like you treat people like people. I don't care if you can help them or not. You don't ignore people. You don't look down on people. There's certain things that you just don't do, right? Because it shows like the type of character you have, your integrity and stuff like that, you know? And another thing that you don't do is when you come across people that's like that, you don't stoop low to that standpoint of being like that also. Because you see that it's a bigger problem in a way that they're like that, but you don't be like that. That's not good to be. Like, you know what I mean? So, you know, I really send positive energy to anybody that can't understand what I'm saying right now. You know what I mean? For real, yo. I really mean that from my heart, you know? But only thing that when I think about this stuff, it bothers me because I think about how it falls back on children, right? I'm always thinking about children. So I'm thinking about from a standpoint like, damn, someone's like that could fall back on a child, and a child could pick up on, because children pay attention to everything, y'all. You know? Like, I'm pretty sure I can tell by her car, she has children for a fact. And I'm glad her children didn't see her act like that, you know? Because it's like, that's the type of stuff children pick up on, all that type of behavior, those characteristics and traits all the time, you know? And that's very detrimental for a child of innocence to pick up on such behavior just because somebody's being very ignorant for whatever reason. That's not necessary. That's what I'm trying to say, you know? Excuse me? Hello? Hey, excuse me, sir? I work at Applebee's, man, and basically, tomorrow's my birthday, bro. I can show you my license. I'm just trying to, when I get off work tomorrow, bro, I'm just trying to like get like a few dollars. I don't even know what I want to do, but it's all good, bro. Peace, power, abundance to you and your family with the changes happening on the planet. I really mean that from the bottom of my heart. I study genetics, man. Peace, power, abundance your way. Excuse me, goddess. Hello, hello. You Latina? You Latina? You Latina? I think she might not be, but she is. Like I said, my son's Puerto Rican and Dominican, you know. I wish her well, though. Like I told y'all, I'm done. With these solar, we just got hit with 2 X-Class flares today. Back to back, too. They not even talking about it, you know. But when I'm talking about anatomy is changing right now, woo! These sunspots, the sun activity, these CMEs, and where the ozone's at right now, they not talking about none of this, y'all. But people that's aware of these going on, and you can see it, they are in fear because they know what's going on and they can't stop it, you know. That's why I don't even know why, even around the distractions, and most people aren't even aware of these things, why that they so fearful of even hiding a lot of these instruments that's showing what's happening. Most people don't know this stuff. If I was to walk, matter of fact, I should do it right now. Most people don't know what the magnetopause is, the solar wind, the Schumann resonance. They don't know these things. They don't know. If I ask basic people, y'all, how does your pancreas work? They don't know. You know what I'm saying? They don't know these things. Most people amongst us, they think that we're all one human race. Even while people's anatomy is breaking down, certain people are having complications right now, you know? And that's regardless of anything, us going forward, as this system crashes because of the genocidal foundation it was built on. How people are my anatomy, that's the sun in the flesh, right? You know, I'm just so grateful that all of this is happening. All people that animal DNA, Europeans, Asians, Arabs, anyone that's unnatural to the planet that can't convert sunlight into chemical energy, I have nothing but compassion and empathy for y'all. Y'all know I shout y'all out all the time because a lot of y'all human beings are even calling out your own species all on the internet, and I'm proud of y'all because that takes some strength. You know what I mean? For real, like, you know what I mean? Like even y'all that's on here right now. Y'all gotta meet my nigga All Things. He's from like London. He's from like the UK. He be my moderator sometimes on here and shit. But like I went on his live. He's been asking me. He's like, come on my live, da da da. And I randomly seen him on live. I think it was like yesterday, the day before yesterday. I went on there. And he was talking with his family and his wife. His wife followed me also and stuff. But very, 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 very positive frequency type human being. He put on the Lord Rasta hat, and it had, you know how the Rasta hats to have the Lord locks and shit. He put it on, and he was like, how I look. I was like, yo, you look good, yo. You feel me? But that's why I be shouting out the human beings, because a lot of people be thinking I'm racist off of me knowing how embedded the lies are and calling them out as the changes take place on this planet, you know. But the truth always comes back into place. I'm telling y'all, this going forward, After this winter solstice, with a lot of this fake technology that they put out here, it's gonna get real spooky, y'all. It's gonna get real spooky. You get what I'm saying? I can already see the energy where we're at right now. A lot of people are mad about, because we're even in the area where I'm in. I said a lot of this stuff. I said all of this shit was gonna happen. You get what I'm saying? I said all this shit was gonna happen. Now you seeing like it's crazy that people are talking about like ICE and they're killing their own people and stuff. I'm like, did I not talk about this, y'all? Did I not bring this up and said that this was gonna happen? You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people hate on my insight, but I'm gonna tell you right now, there's nobody on the planet that has more insight than your so-called African Americans, especially if they're tuned in. You know what I'm saying? That's confirmation. For real shit, I'm telling y'all. You know, just like how people's anatomy is changing for the worse and some people are looking more red than other people, right? That's unnatural to the planet. The same thing is happening on the other end. Some of our anatomy that's neuromelanated is changing at a faster rate than other neuromelanated beings. That's why you can tell information-wise whether they talking about this type of shit, have a podcast like me or not. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, I be meeting them all the time. And I can tell that they don't be on the internet. I just start talking to them briefly and I'm like, oh yeah, his anatomy changing kind of fast. I can tell. You know, real shit. Like this is a beautiful time for us. You know, like so I'm just grateful to be a part of it. You know what I mean? I'm happy that I rewired my brain. I'm happy that I don't seek for any type of form of validation. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of whatever financial situation I'm in. Like I'm unbreakable, y'all. I'm gonna be honest. I'm unbreakable. You know, like I don't be wanting to say that because it seems like I'm being arrogant when I say that, but I am unbreakable though. Like I've dealt so much with homelessness. I dealt so much with harassed by the slave catchers. Anything that's of bad or embarrassment or anything, like I've dealt with ongoing and conquered it. Where it's like to a standpoint where it might seem like I'm crazy because how it would affect a regular person, right? Or how they wouldn't want to be seen and stuff. That shit has no effect on me. You know, has no effect. You know what I mean? I've been through too much, and I got past a lot. So I just search for people that have a good heart, however so. But as far as me and my stance, like I don't change. I'm always gonna be the same good person, y'all, and that's real. You know what I mean? And I'm always gonna stand for y'all. Like before having this job at Applebee's in the restaurant or whatever, before me working at Lowe's, before anything, y'all notice how I always came to y'all, right? Y'all notice that. Y'all notice how that didn't change. Don't matter what. That never changed. Because this is, believe it or not, this is all I care about. This is all I care about. Giving information to y'all, standing for children. You know what I'm saying? This is what's real. The work and stuff, that's all false. That's all infringement. False ideology is being forced, you know, as it's on its way out. That's not even real. You know what I'm saying? None of y'all would be doing this shit if y'all didn't have to. So that lets you know that right there. But all this stuff that I'm talking about, oh no, this shit is real. So, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm thinking like tomorrow, you know what I mean? I made it, y'all. I made it. Like when my picture, somebody said to me, they said, man, you looking better, da da da. They was like, you looking better, you know, I'm proud of you and da da da. I'm like, look, man, I say it like this. I'm here. All I am is I'm here. Like I told y'all I was gonna be here, you know? I told y'all that regardless of anything, I'm gonna still be a good person. All this stuff, I'm still here. Hey, excuse me, bro. Excuse me, sir. By any chance, would you happen to be able to spare like a few dollars for a bus at all or for a train at all? All right, definitely understand, man. Enjoy the rest of your day. Stay positive, bro. Like I told y'all, I literally said that regardless of what I'm going through, regardless of what I'm facing, I'm not going to stop giving y'all information. I told y'all that. You know what I'm saying? And look at where we at right now, you know? Look at where we at. You feel me? So it's one of them things. I just hope that a lot of y'all learn from me how to stand in your strength no matter what, you know? I know it's a lot of people how they look at me, and some people think like I'm not even human and stuff, you know what I mean? Because they're like, damn, like a lot of the stuff that provokes people or has people moving in a certain manner or acting a certain way or feeling like this, none of that stuff has an effect on me. Because I already signed out, y'all. I've been signed out of this shit. You know, for real with y'all, for me to really be honest with y'all, I'm literally just waiting for certain stuff that I know that's going to take place so other things can happen. That's all I'm waiting for. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Respectfully saying, you know. I know that the system tried to bring me down. You know what I'm saying? It tried to so hard. It tried to. You know, it tried to make me be a bad person, to be negative, you know. I didn't do any of that. Excuse me, sir. By any chance on your way out, would you happen to have like $1 or 2 you could spare at all to help with the train at all? All right, definitely. And thank you for answering me. You know, I just hope that people see more so now. Hey, excuse me, sir. Hello, hello. You think by any chance you could spare anything for a smart trip at all, bro? I definitely understand. It's all good, bro. I think he Latino. I'm a big his divinity up as he come out. Cause I know this is the thing. I'm gonna tell y'all the biggest problem with our species, right? The biggest problem is with our species is we don't see the value in each other unless we're painted with what has been told to us is of success and stuff, right? You know, but other than that, we don't see each other of value without that. You know what I'm saying? That's everybody's biggest problem. Well, unnatural people, that's not their problem, right? But us organic people, we never been like that, and we don't need to be like that. Because whether you have that nice car or have a car in general, whether you have a nice fitted outfit, whether you have the chain, whether, you know what I'm saying, whether you eat, whether even, I like tats, right? But I'm just saying, even if you got a lot of tats, you know, a lot of us, we want to get tatted up and stuff, right? All of this shit is irrelevant, you know? You shouldn't see your brother or sister any shape, way, or form of different, or as in they're not who they are because they would or wouldn't have those things. You get what I'm saying? But because those things have been put in place of value, right? Because some of us can get them things and some of us can't, right? That's what makes you look at that person of value, whether they have or don't have those things, you know? And that's damage that's been done from a collective majority wise our species also, in which why this shit has to break down, you know? Because that's psychological damage, you know? That's what that is. You get what I'm saying? When I see my brother and sister, and it's so sad, y'all. Let me tell y'all how sad it is. It's so sad that a lot of times when I see my brother and sister and I big them up, I'll big them up regardless, right? And they'll look at me. I tell y'all no fucking lies. Tell y'all no lies. I'll big them up and they'll look at me like, you know, why are you bigging me up? Like, I'm telling y'all, real brothers looked at me like, why are you respecting me? Like, I'm homeless, you know, like I'm fucked up. Why are you giving me respect? And they'll be lost, y'all. And that shit hurts my heart. I seen that shit so often. I said, man, I don't give a fuck what anybody feels about me. I'm gonna be talking this sun talk and standing on business as far as the real reality of stuff. Don't matter what my financial situation is. You know what I mean? Shit like that gives me strength because I remember how they looked. You know what I'm saying? And how shocked they was. Me as another black man that I respected them. I'm like, bro, I know that that's infringement, bro. I know that we prisoners of war. You think I'm looking at you like you in lack just because you don't have something that's been put in order strategically, socially designed for you not even to have a lot of? You hear these sirens, they don't stop, you know? So you think that I would give up on you in that type of lifestyle? Hell no. Hell no. It's not happening. They can come in here with them sirens a million fucking times. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna happen, you know? For real. I'm always, because I know what's been done. So I'm not gonna allow for whether my brother or sister has these things or not to make me think less about them. I'm not gonna allow that, y'all. You get what I'm saying? For real. Like I'm really telling y'all this from the bottom of my heart. But it's sad though when I see other people that think like that though. It's just damage that's been done to the system. That's not no real power, you know what I mean? Because you really think about it, a lot of those things for that will have you respect the person, like a lot of those stuff that's in that category, right? As we're going forward, a lot of that stuff isn't going to have no meaning at all. Actually, it's going to be stuff that people don't even talk about because it's not even going to exist, you know? You know, the conversation I was having with the teens last night on here, you know, I'm like, damn, it'd be adults that be having cognitive dissonance about stuff that teens can realize. So that already says the cognitive dissonance that's with people. How can 15-year-olds, 14-year-olds understand what I'm saying, but it's grown adults acting like they can't understand what I'm saying? That lets you know what's going on. You get what I'm saying? You know, I had a good conversation with Roxanne. She's 17 years old, you know, and the stuff that she was saying, I'm like, damn, you know, I'm like, how is she able to understand? You know, it's crazy, y'all. So it lets you know that a lot of people are in fear, and fear controls. It's a low vibration. You know what I mean? If you're in fear, you're willing to accept whatever it is that I'm giving you, because you can't even think in your own right state mind because you're in fear. Too much cortisol is being released. You get what I'm saying? So this is something to be definitely aware of, y'all, as we go forward. But like I said, you know, my birthday tomorrow, man, that shit is, I'm telling you, out of all of these 5 years, this month was the hardest month off of me finding out what's going on, you know, if I'm this child's dad or not, you know. I'm gonna be real. Hey, excuse me, bro. Um, if you don't have anything to spare, bro, I appreciate you answering me and treat me like a normal person. Positive energy your way to you and your family. When I tell you he was passive aggressive, woo, passive. You get that? I'm not trying to say it like that, but I'm gonna say it like this. That's the energy that I get mainly from people more than anything. Passive aggressive people. And the reason why I get that energy, because a lot of people, I'm not saying that it's people that can't help me, y'all, but a lot of people off of being aware of my situation, they like to not even just say no to me, but deny me in a way where it's going to make me think low about myself. But it's like, I don't think low about myself. I know that I'm in a system was only able to work this long in a way that it's been up because of the division of other people that look just like me, of the same genetic makeup. It's nothing more, nothing less. You get what I'm saying? If every black person right now was like this isn't okay, and we understand that this is able to be ran off of us, off of our division, and they went about it differently, this shit wouldn't even be able to hold up. Matter of fact, let me tell y'all how real it is. Scratch even if we didn't even do that. If we wouldn't even have to do that, you know, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Just if we just went about just leaving from it, that would happen too, you know? So that lets you know how much of a video game this shit is. This shit's all about us, y'all. I'm not saying that it's fuck anybody else, but this shit's about us. This shit's about us, y'all. Because if we're not here, ain't nothing happening. You feel me? Ain't nothing happening. So I'm going to tap back in with y'all, man. It's a Viewer Points of RoBs Inferno while it burns slow. Shout out to my guys and goddesses and all high vibrational human beings. You know what the fuck it is, man. I'm going to be here all the way to this shit crash all the way, you know? Everything I told y'all is happening, and as we go forward, I'm gonna tell y'all the rest of what's happening with the radiation in the ozone layer, the changes that's taking place on the planet, and whose anatomy is conducive to them changes. You know, as far as complications, residual effects, I'm gonna break it all down even more to y'all as we go forward and get this shit. So peace, power, abundance to all y'all, man. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. I love y'all. Value and respect y'all way, man.